Hey guys, how's it going? This is Imperius here, and in this video I'll be going over my Crusader build. Now, just before, just to let you guys know, this is not a comparison between classes. I do feel that the Crusader could use some buffs here and there. However, I still feel that the Crusader is a very fun class to play, and will do pretty well if you give it the proper investment. Anyways, let's take a look at my gear. Now, my gear is nothing special. I'm at about 670k DPS with 9 mil toughness. I'm using a diamond for cooldown reduction, as cooldown reduction is very important in this build. And yeah, I'll just go over each piece of my gear, and you guys can pause the video if you want to take a closer look. Now, most of my gear is from the barb, except my black thrones. I got the 2-piece. And this is gonna be a lightning build, so do try to stack lightning resist, lightning damage here and there. Try to get it on your braces, your amulet, your gloves, your rings. Anywhere you can get it, because most of the skills in this build revolve around lightning damage. And this is my weapon. And as you can see, it's 10% more damage to lightning. I'm sorry, 10% more lightning damage. This allows me to have a total of 25% more lightning damage, which really helps increase the damage of lightning skills. On my boots as well, I have extra 14% blessed hammer damage, which is my secondary skill. And let's look at my skills. I'm using justice with burst. You could probably use justice with crack for the extra single target or small group damage. However, I like burst just because it's lightning and there's a chance to stun, so the crowd control is pretty good. Next we have Blessed Hammer with Thunderstruck. Now Thunderstruck is really good because the lightning they kind of arcs out like this, so you can see the arcs come out and they do damage as well. So that increases the overall damage, and it has a very low cost as well. So most Crusaders are running around with this skill, but in this case, since we're having a lightning build here, we're gonna go with Thunderstruck. Next we have Steed Charge with endurance just for movement. The Crusader, one of the main complaints is that it is very slow, so Steed Charge helps with that a bit. And next we have Heaven's Fury with Ascendancy. Now this basically is a high damage skill with a relatively low cooldown, so you can spam this pretty often, and it basically just follows the enemy around for 6 seconds and deals a ton of damage, so definitely use this. Now the next two skills are what really makes this build shine, using Judgement with Resolved. Now Judgement immobilizes them in place and grants a 80% increase crit hit chance. Now Bombardment, on the other hand, does over 3000 DPS, 3000 weapon damage. So with an 80% increase hit chance, I'm hitting for 100% of this damage right here. So Bombardment really can one-shot elites, as you guys will see later in the Rift run-through. Anyway, let's move on to my passives. I'm using Heavenly Strength just to use a two-hander and a shield, but however the downside of this is the movement speed reduction. But I feel that this passive is important for Crusaders, as it's kind of their class thing to hold the two-hander and a shield. So, and two-handers do a ton more damage, so definitely use this. Next we have Indestructible. You could swap this out for any other defensive passive. However, I feel that this is very effective, especially when you're surrounded and you're losing HP relatively quickly. This gives you a lot more survivability than others. Next we have Finery, just for the extra damage. 70 strength per socket. I have about 6 or 7, so that's about 6 times 7, 420, about 420 more strength, so that's just increased damage there, and damage is good on the Crusader. Next we have Rafu. Now this is really important for healing. This is one of our only healing skills, and this allows us to stay alive and tank in the middle of things. So you definitely want to use Rafu. Now, if you don't want to use Indestructible, you could put in Lord Commander. This is really good for the build as we're using the two main skills, Steed Charge and Bombardment. And the reduction of 20 seconds of Bombardment is actually pretty good, especially if you're in a group and you'll be running around elite packs a lot quicker, so you definitely want Bombardment of the cooldown. So yeah, I'll just be going through a rift and I'll be showing you guys how I play my Crusader. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did, leave a dislike if you didn't. It's up to you. Leave a comment if you want some questions answered. And yeah, hope you learned something and have a nice day. Good luck with farming some legendaries. I feel like the drop rate's been a bit shitty lately, but probably just my bad luck. Anyway, enjoy.